Hello, Flutter experts. Welcome back to another exciting episode of integrating Google Maps into your Flutter application. In our previous video, we covered setting up the Google Maps console and configuring our Flutter project for Google Maps. Today, we are diving deeper into the integration process. We will learn how to show maps in your application, add multiple markers, and even animate the camera to the new position. So let's get right into it. So in our previous video we have just created a new project and just implemented or configured our Google Maps in our Android manifest. So in the last video we have just pasted our metadata tag in her wrong position. So in the previous video lecture we have just pasted our metadata of our API key in the inside of our activity tag. So just remove that and paste it outside of, of the activity tag, and then you will be good to go with configuring your Google Maps into the Flutter project. So in today's video we will be just uh, integrating our Google Maps and showing our map into our emulator. So let's begin by creating a new Dart file, and which will be our home screen dart. So here I will be just creating a stateful widget which will be home screen, sorry, yeah, which will be our home screen, and I will be calling this home screen into my main.dart file here, which will be home screen. Yeah, now I'll be just saving it. What is, yeah, now I will be just changing this placeholder and using a scaffold widget here, and the scaffold widget I'll be using a app bar, and just give it a title to my application, which will be course text and Google Maps. And here we are done, and in the body part we will be calling our Google Maps. So here you go, uh, the Google Maps package has been imported. So if you remember, we have installed the Google Maps Flutter package in the previous video. So we are just calling the Google Map class from our that package. So now the Google Map requires a initial camera position. So let's just create the camera position. So here I will be just creating my camera position and giving the position, the longitude and latitude. So let's see how can we do that. We will be creating the camera position, which is the camera position, and I will be just naming it camera position here, and here you go, which will be camera position, and the camera position requires a target. So the target can be the longitude and the latitude. So let's just call it longitude and latitude. So and here we will be just giving um, longitude and latitude to this. So I'll be just going to Google and type for my city, Quetta city coordinates, and it will provide the coordinates. I will be just pasting the latitude and longitude into my application. So the initially when the map starts, the map will be on the Quetta city. So here I will be just pasting it, and let's just see what happens. And here you go. And it also requires a zoom level to set the zoom level when the map starts, how much it should be zoomed. So by default it will be set to 14, and you can increase or decrease the zoom level according to your requirements. So here I will be just adding a cons to remove my warnings, and here you go. Now I will be just calling this camera position here, and now we are good to go. So while running the Google Maps, be sure that your emulator supports Google Play services, and it has the Google Play Store in it. So if it does not support Google Play services, then the Google Maps will not work on that emulator. So before running it, please just check that out, so uh, you will not get that error. So let's just wait for our project to be properly installed in our emulator, and it will run, and we will see our Google Map. Mm, so yeah, great. Our Google Map is working fine on our this emulator. So you see, by default, which I have provided the coordinates of Quetta city. So when map starts, it is um, hot Quetta city. So you can specify your coordinates by, you can find your coordinates, your city coordinates, by just searching it on Google. So here I have just given the Quetta city coordinates. So basically what we are doing here, we are calling the Google Map, and Google Maps requires a camera position. So basically this is a camera which we are moving it, and it is being re-rendered, and the views and the visuals are being shown in our Google Maps application, and the views are being changed. Suppose if you open the camera on your mobile and move your camera, the view changes on the screen whenever you move the mobile. So basically it is just like that. It is a simply a camera which we move the map, it renders a new view and uh, make it visual in the screen. So yeah, so now let's move forward and add multiple markers to our map. So for that reason we need to, if we want multiple markers to be had in our Google Maps, so we need to create a list of markers. So let's just create our list of type marker, yeah, and I will name it marker and simply initialize it with yeah. Now I will be just creating another list which will be type of marker again, and here This time it will be our marker, list marker, and here I will be just defining my whole markers. So let's just call the marker, and it requires a marker ID. So basically you can provide a marker ID which should be unique when creating multiple markers at the same time. So marker also uh, requires a position, in which position a marker should be headed. So we will be just providing a position here, and here just provide the same longitude and latitude at the in the quota city a marker should be added simply. So after that we also need, when user clicks on that marker, some kind of information or title should be shown to the user. So for that reason we will be using info window and the title, which is Quetta city. I'll be just saving this, and I'll be using the const keyword to remove all the warnings here. Yeah, so simply what, and I will be adding another marker here. So let's just do the const here. Basically why it is. So let's just make these list final to remove our errors or warnings which we have been shown. Yeah, now I'll be using const here. So now basically our error is removed. So now I need to create another marker. So I'll be just copying and pasting it, just and changing the ID to 2, and I will be just changing my coordinates to by going to Google again, and here I will be just pasting it, copying it and pasting the coordinates to just change it and show the markers uh, to you guys. So basically here these are two different cities. um, yeah, now we are good to go. And now we need to um, also uh, call this marker and initialize this list of marker to this marker list. So we will be doing that in our init state. Yeah, so which is our init state. Yeah, this is our stateful widget. Yeah, which is init state. Yeah, this is it. And here you go, we will be just calling our marker dot dot head whole, and we will be just adding whole the values of this marker list to our this marker simply. Just copy this and paste this here, and here you go, we are just done with it. And again now let's just come here again. So basically we also need to create a controller, um, Google map controller, which should control when the map is created, or and so basically it should store the status when we move the map, so it is stable, and what is the status of the map, so it should be uh, stored, or it should be on that uh, completer. So we will be just defining that here first, which is the final completer, and it will be a type of Google Map controller here, and here it is will be the completer, and we will be just initializing it with completer. Yeah, now here we go. We are done by creating our completer here. So I will be just defining why we have defined this later on. So now we will be just calling our markers here. I will be just adding a comma here, and we will be just calling our markers by using the property markers of the Google Map. And here you go, now we just um, set of, and here we will just call our marker, and which the type, and we will be defining the type, which is our marker. And we are getting a header, sorry. Yeah, now we are good to go, and I will be just restarting my Flutter application, and now we will see if we get our markers on the map or not. And yeah, so we have got our marker in the Quetta city, and I'll be just clicking on it and see a title has been shown in our Google Maps. So this is basically a marker which we have just defined. You can add whatever markers you need as per your requirements, just copying and pasting that, and we will see our next marker we have added in our Turbo City. See, we have just added two markers. Here we have just defined two markers, and we have just shown our markers in our Google Maps. So if you want to add another marker, you can just copy this and paste this and change your latitude and longitude, and just info window. Here it will be shown into your Google map basically. So now let's just move towards the next step. Um, so how can we animate the camera to next position? So when I restart this application, the Google Map is on location of this latitude and longitude, which is Quetta city. So now when I click a button, how it can be moved to Turbo city. So let's just um, do that by simply hitting a button here, which will be a floating action button. When we click that button, it moves, the camera moves its location to the next location. So if it is in the Quetta city, When I click that button, it should move to our opacity. So for that, I will be just first creating the and defining on map created here. Map created here basically. So here you go. We are done. Code map creator, which takes the completer we have all just defined above, which is the type of Google Map controller, and it will be just complete, and when we call this to here, and now we are done. So this is basically completer is a future function which holds the information if on map creator or it is done with rendering the map screen, so it stores the information basically. So we will be just using this completer, and we will be just animating our Google Map screen from one location to another location. So we will be just creating a floating action button here. Floating action button. So basically, floating action button requires a floating action button. Floating action button. Yeah, it takes on first function and a child. We will be heading icons dot location, basically location, and yeah, we'll be just saving it and see we see uploading action button here or not. Yeah, we are done by creating a uploading action button, and we will be just um, creating our logic here. So when we press our this button, the location should move to a new location. So for that reason, we will be just adding our Google map controller here, controller, and I will be just making this function async because we will be calling our Google controller completer, which we have just created this, and it checks the future if the rendering is done. So just move to a new location. So here you go. Wait for some time, and then we will be calling the completer, which will be the future. So yeah, and after that we will be calling our this controller to animate the screen. Controller animate camera and uh, update, sorry, which is camera update, and it takes a new camera position, I guess. So camera update, yeah, camera update, new camera position, and it takes a camera position, and it takes a target. So we will be just defining our latitude and longitude. So we will be just copying our um, this longitude and longitude. When the button is clicked, it should be moved to this location basically. So here you go. I'll be just pasting this, and we will also define the zooming level. Zoom 14.0 here, and yeah, putting comma to format the code. Yeah, I will be just adding the const here. Yeah, now I will be hot restarting my whole project here, and I have forget one more thing, I guess. So here you go. I'll be just calling my set state to change the state or rebuild the state when the location is changed. So I will be auto starting this again. And now I will be just clicking on my button and see our location is moved to the new location, which is Turbat. So now basically it just animates it to a new location. This is how we animate our Google Map camera from one location to another location. So this is it for this video tutorial, and we will uh, be explaining and exploring more in our next tutorials. Uh, and we will just take the user current location and get the user current location. So how can we do them? We will be just doing all the steps step by step in our future video lectures. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful as we continue our journey to integrate Google Maps into your Flutter application. Stay tuned for more exciting features and customization in our upcoming episodes. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more future content tutorials. Thanks for joining us today, and see you in the next step. Until then, happy coding with Flutter.